Hey guys, it's Lily and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I attempt to do the solid build challenge. If you guys haven't heard about this, it's basically a challenge where you can only use one color. So for my case, I decided to do blue because it's my favorite color. I feel like most people, when they do this challenge, spin for it, but I was like, I want to do blue, so I went with blue. And as you can see right here, I'm doing the structure of the house. For me, I personally don't think I'm the best at like structuring the house. I don't even know what the word is when you build the outside of a house. I totally don't even know what the word is. I feel like I'm not very good at that, but I feel like I always go with this sort of house layout you're saying. I tried to do it a little differently, but it ended up being the same thing I always go for. I was also trying to make this house small, but I feel like it turned out a little bigger than I wanted it to, which is not the worst thing, but it was like kind of more annoying to furnish because bigger the house, the longer it takes. But I didn't really care. I did struggle a lot, I feel like, for most of the part of the house. Not most of it, some, which we'll get into that later. But for the outside of this house, I like used a column that said it was blue, but for me, when I looked at it, I'm like, that does not look blue. It looks more like white. But I did click the categories of blue, so it popped up with blue stuff. I don't know if that counts as cheating because it didn't look like it was blue, but I ended up going with it for the most part. In the beginning, when I was doing this, I was like, I'm just gonna do an all white column, but then I was like, no, that's technically cheating, and I'm trying to do this all blue challenge. I think there was just one part of the house where I was like, I have to use like the color black or something, which is the TV. I'm not too sure though. But for the most part, I thought the outside was kind of difficult to do, kind of, especially for the landscaping, because I'm not the best at landscaping, but I feel like for what I did, it did not turn out bad. And I was like, I'll go with it. But I think the little like patio area for like when you first walk in turned out really cute for it only being white. Um, white, blue, I mean. Anyways, moving on from that thing. For the like little like I don't know what it's called, that little like thing under the stairs that's blue. I don't know the word for that. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I messed with it for a little, but I came with something I liked. But moving on to the wall of the wall, the color, the wallpaper, I don't even know. I was originally gonna do like all brick in the bottom and then the same matching thing on the top. You know what I mean. But I thought it didn't look good, especially because I didn't add columns. I usually add columns to each side of the house when I build a house, but since I was doing an all blue challenge and the like the tile, the column I usually use to like separate it was not so lovely blue color. So I was like, no, we're just not going to use columns. So I tried to do something that looked good without using columns. And as you can see, this brick part I thought it was like, oh, this is a nice break, but it's just, it didn't look good. I just thought it looked weird. But I ended up settling with something, even though it wasn't my favorite thing. I was just like, whatever. It's just, I'm just gonna deal with it. But I did mess around a lot with the wallpaper. I was like, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. But every time I looked at it, I was like, I don't really like it. But with what I went for, I was like, it's okay. I'll just deal with it. Like, it's not the worst, which I'm pretty sure this is the thing I ended up sticking with, which I didn't think was that bad of a house looking thing. I don't even know, but the door was probably one of the things that it took me forever to find. I was trying to find a door that looked good there so I can also add windows to each side of it, but I couldn't find any like of the doors that I like, so I just ended up going with something like basic, I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember. I think I went with that. Exactly, but oh, for the windows for these though, like I couldn't like find any windows that looked nice. And when I found some, I just kind of stick with them, sticked with them. That's the word throughout the whole house because I was like, oh, it looks nice there. Which is these little windows. I thought they were cute, and then I ended up adding some flower pots under it. I don't know what it's called. I don't know half of these words. Um, to just the front of the houses. I was gonna add it to the side, but when I did it, it looked weird. So I was like, we're not gonna do that. But for how it turned out in the front, I think it was kind of cute. But as you can see, the like window placements are so weird in the back and in the sides. But I ended up changing them a lot, especially when I went inside because I was like, oh, this window kind of looks weird. But the only ones I don't really change is the one in the front because that's the thing you see when you first walk in. I guess it really doesn't matter the sides of the houses or the back because you don't really see that more. I feel like the back it matters more, especially if you have a backyard. But I didn't do a backyard, so it's fine. I was gonna do a backyard, but then I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I was getting sick of the whole only blue stuff, but it's fine. It turned out fine as it was. I kind of do wish I did a backyard, but it's fine. I feel like I don't think I could have done a good backyard. I'm not really good at building backyards, I don't think. But for the landscaping, I did mess a lot with those flowers, like which ones to put here. I don't know if I ended up going with those. I think I did, but I like them for the most part. But this mailbox thing that you're about to see here soon, I did not like how the mailbox looked at all. All the mailboxes that I found, I was like, they're all ugly. Like, I just didn't like how they looked. Like, because it didn't, what's the word? It didn't go well with the house. So I just ended up just like trying to hide it. I went with that one you see right there, and I tried to hide it in a little corner, which I think worked out fine. But for the little like pathway, I don't know if it counts as cheating. I was gonna do a blue one, but I didn't find any, so I was like, whatever, I'll just do this, the one I want. I could have technically just not added one and it would have been perfectly fine, but I was like, I want one, so I added one. But I think the outside of the house looks cute. And now we're gonna move on to laying out the house. I'm usually the one who struggles a lot with layouts, I feel like, but for this, I don't think I struggled at all, like laying it out. I think I found it quite easy. I don't know if it was because of this like structure of the house I built or what, but I think it helped a lot that it wasn't too big, but it was also still too big, I felt like. The thing is, for me, I feel like it's usually big at the bottom, but small at the top. I don't even know. But for the layout of the house, I just didn't like the bottom of it. I liked the top because I thought it was nice. I was gonna originally just do one bedroom, but then I was like, oh, a kid can live here. So yeah, a kid does live in here. If you guys notice those little furnitures in there, it's because I was like laying it out. I was like, how is this gonna look? I usually do that quite a lot so I can go back in and add the furniture I want to add. I just find it more easier for me to go into the build knowing what I'm doing, if that makes any sense. But yeah, moving on to the living room. Uh, the TV wasn't blue. Like the ones I wanted weren't blue. I know there were some that were blue. I could have technically added, but I kind of cheated on that part. So we went for just a regular black TV. If you look at it though, it has a little like light of blue, so I guess you could count it. I know that doesn't really count that much, but still, it does technically have some blue. Uh, Either way, I feel like I struggled a lot with the couch. I was not sure what I wanted for the couch. I feel like for me, I struggle more on the couch itself than, or not the couch, the living room itself than any other build. I feel like for not any other build, any other room, I feel like the living room's the hardest for me. I just don't know why. I feel like it used to be other things, but now it's just the living room. I think the easiest for me is the what's it called? The kitchen. But I kept switching back and forth between couches. I ended up not going with this one you're saying. I didn't really like this one. I liked the original one I went with, and that's the one I went with. So I don't know why I had to do so many back and forths to just come up with that conclusion. But that little coffee table, or I think that's called a coffee table, I just couldn't figure out which one looked nice. It was really annoying. I just went with one. I was just like, whatever, you're it. I pick you. And I think it turned out all right for the most part. I think the living room wasn't bad for how I made it. It could have been worse, definitely, but I liked how it turned out. And I was so excited to find out that this couch had like a matching little seat because I thought the single seat looked kind of weird there at the corner. And I was like, maybe I could have a light lamp or something, but no. I just prefer it with two couches, but I think this little living room for how it was so cute. It's something about me too, though is I'm not really good with clutter. So most of my houses are just usually like clean, barely any clutter. I feel like I'm also really bad with using paintings. I just don't know what paintings look good where, but I feel like I have been getting better at it. Same with cluttering. I will not really cluttering, but I'm getting trying to get better at cluttering. But it's okay. But for this little area, I didn't know what to add on it. I ended up just putting a computer. I was gonna put like a little like book area, not like where you put your like books. I don't know what bookshelf and like a little chest area. But then I was like, no, this place needs a computer. So I added a computer, and I think it turned out all right for the most part. I didn't hate it. I thought it was kind of cute. I think this living room itself was, it was all right, but I just think the, what's it called? The clutterness needs more. I don't know if that's even a word. It just needs more clutter. I felt like it was really empty. And I tried adding like other stuff, like a carpet and stuff, but just nothing looked good. And you're gonna see here in a bit that you're gonna see something horrifying, which kind of was rough, which is the door. This is the only door that had an opening like that was blue, and it was just like great. So I had to go with that one. I technically could have added a different colored door, like a different type of door. It didn't have to be the open one, but I prefer the open one when you're going into the living room and the dining room. So that's the one I went with, even though it had an ugly color. And for the kitchen, dude, this kitchen is humongous. I like don't even know why I made it so big. Like when I was doing this kitchen, I was like, I don't think you need this big of a kitchen. So I tried working with what I had. I ended up doing a like an island, that's the word. And I thought it turned out all right for the most part. Just there's just some things about the kitchen that is not the best. Like I feel like this room probably was one of the worst. I don't think it has to do with the what's the word? The how big it is. I just think it has to do with the furniture. Like for example, this. I just best wording is just this. Um, and the oven and all that stuff just didn't look good. For the oven though, like it didn't have like a stove topping the one I chose, which was kind of weird. I didn't even know The Sims had something like that. It was just like the oven part. I was gonna add a regular like stove, but it looked so bad. I just couldn't because it didn't match the fridge. And it just gets worse from there because the sink you're gonna see me place down. When I was placing that down, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just so bad. Like it like hurt for me to place that down because I was looking at it and I was like, it's kind of ugly. It's not kind of ugly, it's really ugly. It had to be the ugliest blue you've ever seen. Like I feel like I was trying to do a more pastel color because I was like, if I'm gonna do an all solid build color, it has to be a cute color. I know, it's just it had to be the ugliest blue. It's not the worst. It could have definitely been even worse, but still. I thought it looked pretty horrifying. But that little toaster you see over there, I didn't even know that was in the game when I found it, when I was like searching through like blue decor to add. I thought that was so cute and I was like, oh, that's adorable. I really liked it. And I really liked how that turned out. But I think this kitchen would have been like definitely really pretty if I didn't have it just one color to build with. But it's okay. But here's this horrifying kitchen sink. I was trying to find other sinks to like replace that, but I couldn't find any that looked good. I was just looking at that like this is disgusting. I don't even want to look at this. But I ended up settling with what I did, and I was like, I just have to accept it. It just doesn't match anything in the kitchen, I don't think. Maybe the trash can. Looking at it now, it kind of matches a trash can. Still, just doesn't look that good. It's just so gross. Like I can't even look at it fully. It's just like, why is it so bad? I guess it matches the microwave. I was just trying to find stuff to like put in the area. It's just But this dining room, I was like, after doing the kitchen, I was so like done with this challenge. I was only 2 rooms in and I was already like, bruh, I just don't want to do this anymore. It looks so bad. But I was like, okay, I have to stick this through. So I just kind of settled with something basic for the dining room. I feel like I stopped trying because I was just so stressed because of the kitchen. I should have taken a break and then come back to the challenge because I got pretty lazy. But I ended up just being like, I have to finish this. I have to finish this. But for the wallpaper, I just went with something basic. I don't remember if I put any child down. I think I did. I'm not sure. I guess I didn't. But it was an all right build. I feel like it could definitely been better. Anyways, we're moving on to that little carpet I added in the entranceway. I just picked a random carpet. I was trying to go for something simple, but I couldn't find anything, so I just kind of settled. I feel like that carpet that I added in the front was definitely something you add for the bathroom. Did not look good there, and it still doesn't look good there looking at it. But it's fine. We're moving to the upstairs. I'm pretty sure I added like a little couch area. I was gonna add another computer desk there. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, there's one downstairs. I don't know why I would add another one. So I ended up going with like a little seating area, and I don't think it turned that out that bad for just having one color. Except I feel like this like area was super empty though. The only thing is I couldn't really add any paintings or anything because of the windows. There were so many windows here. I guess I could have deleted some, but most of the windows that were there were at in the front of the house. So if I deleted it, the front would have looked weird, except for that side window, but I feel like it needed the little side window. But it's fine for the most part. It's just like, I don't even know. I went with something simple and basic. I don't remember if I added a carpet. Apparently I did. I don't remember adding that. But basic wallpaper. I feel like all around the house, it's a really basic wallpaper. But however, moving on to the first bedroom, you'll see here that I'm just starting to get really lazy building this house. I'm just going with stuff that are basic and stuff. But for the bed, I don't know why I couldn't find anything that was good looking for this bed room. It was just like so weird. I was struggling a lot. But I ended up just going with something really, really simple. I'm pretty sure it was like a base game bed. And I was just like going with it. I was so done with this, but I was just like kind of like not even caring if it didn't look good. But I think the kids' bedroom looked way better than this. I don't even remember. I don't think I added a carpet for this room. I am not really sure because I feel like a lot of carpets for this room were not looking good with the overall bed area. But I think I added one. I'm not too sure. But this is the bed I ended up going for. The only thing I struggled with is for the bed frame. Nothing matched the like side table of the bed. It looked the wood just looked so bad, and then the colors didn't go together. So I ended up going with this. Even though the woods don't match, the little end tables look fine, I guess, with the color itself. So I just went with it. But for the wallpaper, I was like going back and forth. I thought some of these wallpapers looked weird with the color I was going, and as you can see, I went with something basic again with just the same color. This room is definitely like very colored. One blue. Like it's not very a variety of blues, it's just one blue. But it's fine. I was just being lazy. I didn't even add anything on the end tables, I don't think. That's how lazy I was. Cause I think I tried and nothing looked good. Maybe I added that. I'm not really sure. Built this a while ago. But for the bathroom, it looked kind of rough. Like I feel like the furniture, like that that was blue, didn't go well together, like the sinks or the bathrooms. But I was so over this like blue challenge that I was just like, I'm just gonna stick with it. It's whatever. The bathroom was not the worst. It could have definitely been better, but I didn't hate it that much. The only thing I hate is the shower because of that blue tiling around it. It looks really ugly, I feel like. But overall, it wasn't a bad build, except for like the windows. I don't, not the windows, the mirror. I feel like all these mirrors were just ugly. I tried my best, tried to make it not look so bad. And then I felt like I knew I was getting lazy, not felt. I knew I was getting lazy building the house because I just wanted to get it over with. So I tried still adding a little bit decor here and there. Now that I realize that little like soap thing isn't even blue, it's purple. I didn't even notice that. That's definitely my bad. I don't know why I looked at that and I was like, yep, this is blue. But every room is just a basic blue. It's just like I didn't go with anything fun. But this is the kids' bedroom. I went with that cute little wallpaper. I thought that was cute. I think the kids' bedroom itself wasn't terrible. I did struggle again with the bed. I feel like the thing I struggled more in the bedrooms was the bed. I don't know why I struggled so much. Just finding a simple bed. It was just not it. I did not have fun with the upstairs. I feel like after the kitchen, I was just so done. It was not fun at all. But it didn't turn out that bad. It could have been worse. I agree. But for the little like kids like toys, I tried like adding a dollhouse at first. Nothing fit in there. It was not big enough. So I went with this like cute little toy box and then a bunch of their little toys just scattered around it, and I thought it turned out kind of cute. And then this like build overall wasn't too bad for me only being able to use blue. I feel like there's just like obviously the TV thing, I should have not done that. Should have just gone with something to match the color theme, but it's fine. This house overall wasn't bad. I feel like my favorite part was definitely the living room, even though I struggled more on that. And the worst is obviously the kitchen because of that sink. I just don't like how that sink looks. It was so bad. But as you can see, I'm trying to find a carpet. I think the one where I didn't add a carpet might have been the kids' room. I don't know why I thought the parents. I'm not sure. Maybe I added a carpet for both. I don't really know, but this is the build. And let's go ahead and go and look at it in person. Not in person, you know what I mean. So as you can see, this is the final look of the house. This is how it turned out. The outside is like all right. I feel like it could have been way better. I just could not figure out what to do, and it was just all over the place. But coming in inside, we have the living room. This is the final look of it. It's Teddy Bear and the computer when you first walk in with this carpet that looks like it's from the bathroom. And then we go over here and we see this massive kitchen. And then the dining room. And then if we go ahead and go upstairs, we have the entrance of the hallway. And then the master bedroom or the older bedroom, I don't know, the parents' bedroom. And then the kids' bedroom. And last but not least, the bathroom. Which bathroom was obviously not the best, but hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.